Going live. Look at my hair, very nice and done. But of course, if you see my clothing, that's what I'm talking about. You know for how long I've been talking about my clothing, every time introducing the show, always, thanking my sponsors, all of them, Chris Kosak, Franco Neri Velotti, I'm sorry about that, Jairo Zuleta Makeup, and of course, my fashion designer, the exquisite and talented, very talented, Katerina Lankova. And she's my guest tonight, and I'm so excited because I can't believe that we waited, how long? Almost 3 years, right? About 3 years to have you here with us. And somebody's blowing their nose, and I love that. It was me? Okay, it was me. Katerina, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I love the hat, I gotta tell you. Every time that I see Katerina, even when I go to her place to get my clothes for the show, she's always ready, number one. She's always cute, she's always funny, and she's always present. But I tell you, this woman doesn't stop working. Right, Katerina? Right. Every time when I go...
I just want to say the hat was made 2 nights ago, by my fellow designer that I met this summer, Anastasia Andino.
Anastasia Andino, where is she from?
I'm not even sure.
You're not sure? That's a beautiful name. It sounds very Russian to me,
No, she's very exotic.
She's very exotic.
And fun, yeah.
And she made that hat in 2 days.
Yeah, I asked her for the specific show.
To do the hat. Well, like I said, this woman understands that every time when I go to see Katerina, she's always working. She calls me, I call her in the middle of the night sometimes, and she texts me, or I text her, and she's always sewing, always creating, always working. She doesn't stop. That's why she's so great. And of course, you got a whole team. We have beautiful models here with us. They don't want to talk to us tonight. I'm a little hurt about that, but what the hell? They're beautiful, they're drop dead gorgeous, and we had 2 hot photographers here, 1 makeup artist. Diana, right? Yes. I got it right. So we have a whole audience tonight. Jeremy, thank you for coming. Dean Loring on the camera, and Arthur English. Gloria Messer and everybody else, thank you. So, Katerina, let's talk about you. We met 3 years ago. I know that you are from Czech Republic.
Yes.
You're very driven, very determined, and very talented. I want to ask you, do you remember when you decided to become a fashion designer? Is there any specific memory that you have growing up? I always start my interviews with that question because I'm always interested in the beginning. Right from the beginning, do you remember? You were 5 years old and you started dressing your dolls, right?
Yeah, but back then it was just, fun. You play with your dolls, you dress them up, and there's no decision making, I'm going to be a designer, I remember I wanted to be a teacher. So anyway, also it was a necessity because you should see how many crying fits we had over clothing at home. Like I was the younger one, we couldn't really afford to buy many clothes. So
right.
I would wear hand-me-down, whatever. And so I was like, no. I'm gonna have to do something about this. And when I was 14, I went to high school and I decided to study design, but it wasn't really design because here you actually go and you're encouraged to be creative.
Right.
But back then, I don't know if it's the same, but we were given a pattern and we had to make, all of us, the same pants, same skirts, as a practice.
Cute.
Well, it's not, I don't think it's cute, but anyway, we learned the technology. So I just had a skill. So there was like really still no...
But you have, besides the skill, you have to have the eye, right?
Yeah,
the
but like,
eye for it.
Anyway, still no designer there. So then I moved to London and, I started seeing real fashion. And then when I came back, I actually ended up working for internet service company. And the only design I would do, make my work clothes. So after that, a friend of mine, they said, we have a friends in Aspen, would you be interested in? Okay, so I'm always curious.
Of course.
So
and you're very inquisitive. I
adventurous. I was like 6 weeks later, I'm in Aspen, and anyway, it started hemming pants for people, because I was able to do it. But then, I actually finally made a coat, and people were amazed by it. And the first moment I remember that I thought maybe I had something unique when I was sitting at home, like midnight, and I was decided, I'm gonna make a ski pant, and I'm gonna ski in them next morning. So by 4 a.m., pants finished, 9 a.m., I'm on the hill, and people started coming up to me and asking, what are you wearing? And that was the first like moment that I thought, you know, maybe I have like a design talent. And then 2 weeks later...
What do you mean, maybe? We know that for sure.
2 weeks later, I made another ski pants for my boss back then, and she was a muse for me as well. And it was also a big hit. So then I really thought, you know, I probably should move to New York and see, you know, what I can do.
Now, this city is a tough city, we know that.
Yeah.
Why New York City? Why here? Why not Paris or London or Italy or Argentina?
Okay, so one night, I never told anybody, but I can tell today, I guess. I was feeling very frantic and...
Frantic, I like that word.
I was like, I really was going to lose my mind. And I needed to decide. It's going to be Aspen, New York, or Prague. I'm going to go back home, but I need to do something different. So I picked up the phone book and I called a psychic. And 10 minutes later, I was at her office. And you know, I said, I really need to know what to do. And she said, I see you in New York. You're going to become a very well-known designer, and you're going to go to school, and things, you know, will just happen. And, you know, you're making this beautiful ski wear. And I had no clue how would that actually happen. You know, I'm in Aspen, I have no connections in New York, nothing. But you know what? A few months later, I was in New York.
It's very brave to be here. It takes a lot of determination. I don't care where you come from. Even if you are from here, this is a place to be, because you test your own will.
Yes.
And when you're away from home, away from your family, tell you guys about that, right? I mean, it's a tough test. Now, being away from home, does it hurt you any? Are you happy to be in New York? Would you miss it? Would you like to go back? What do you see in the future?
Well, you know, when I moved here, the recession hit, and things got really, really challenging. So one day, I would wake up. I had no money, no job, you know, and everything was scary looking.
Right.
And I happened to come across, Oprah was at that time promoting Eckhart Tolle, the book A New Earth. And it was talking about being in a present moment all the time. So I started watching it. I couldn't wait till next Monday and next Monday and next Monday. And, you know, and it was all about just being present, doing the very best you can, the very moment you are in. And that's exactly what I did. And things started to change. Like next day I would get a phone call, somebody needed something, you know, and suddenly the life would pick up.
So amazing.
And so it was more of a spiritual journey, and that's what has been ever since. And just like really believing it, you know, that you can do it, this is your destiny, and you're meant to be here.
Because I tell you, Katerina, I don't know much about fashion, and I'm not crazy about that two-shot for some reason. I don't know why. It looks a little crooked, maybe I'm a little off, Dean. Don't blame me, but I still love you. The day,
I'll just throw
the end of my life.
Throw the shoes
It looks a little bit, yeah. Look at the shoes. You can't see the shoes, but you see they match. Of course, I'm wearing all the way from top to bottom Mrs. Katerina Lankova. I'm not bragging here, baby. Just want to make it that very clear for the record. The estiletas. I mean, can we talk to the audience how you came up with that wonderful, exquisite idea?
Yeah. You know, even just thinking about the ski pants, you know, it was kind of like necessity thing. You know, I wanted something different. But when I created my leg wear, I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't see it.
Can you go up?
I'm wearing
it. No, we can't show it.
Anyway,
we can't show it, but we will.
You will see it on the models.
When we see in the models, yeah, there she is.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can, yeah, beautiful.
Anyway, it was, you know, again, you know, I couldn't afford to buy boots, and
nobody can afford to buy boots.
I just had to figure out something to get through the winter. And
you're very smart. You're so smart. Nobody can afford to buy boots anymore.
No, it was an innovation. It was a necessity. You know, I just came up with a design that has been my trademark, and that design got me into the summer school that I just finished at FIT, Design Entrepreneurs of New York, and I finished the business plan, and it's going somewhere, and it's really exciting because something that was just a need, you know, from one pair of legwear became something real.
Yeah.
And now you have like a fashion, you know, executives looking at it and, you know, willing to invest in something like that.
Katerina, I've been at your place, God knows, quite a few times. Every time, like I said, I always see you sewing, working. You have no TV. You are completely immersed with your work. You never stop. I never see you stopping, okay? But when you go to your place, you see all these incredible clothes. Oh, I want that, I want this, I want that. I mean, I remember the first time when I saw your clothing, I said, oh my God, Sarah Jessica Parker would love to wear something like this, or Kim Cattrall, or Lady Gaga, or Madonna. Mm-hmm. You name it. I mean, is this a style that, once again, to me is very groundbreaking, is edgy.
It is edgy.
And it's not for, I don't see it like for everybody. This is a style that is very groundbreaking. It's very cutting edge. It's like, don't mess around with me because I'm going to punch you. That's what you're saying, right? It's like you're making very strong statements. You think?
Well, it's a mix, you know. It's because also, you know, you see all those embroidered flowers, and it shows my romantic
Can we show to the audience, Arthur? I don't know, can Gloria, can we show a little bit what she's talking about?
You know,
you see that?
Yeah,
she's talking about
exactly.
all that kind of like work. And if you go too close, you're gonna miss it. But yeah, she's always creative with colors and designs and flowers and ruffles and textures and sequences, and she's always playing.
You know, what it is.
Oh, what about that? I don't want to get to my boobs, Arthur. Control yourself and breathe a little better, baby. I can hear you breathing. You see, this is thank you. Dean, that was pretty good. Oh, give me that cup. I need my tea. Look at that. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there, right?
But you know, everything.
Look at that.
All my design, it's a reflection of my life. Because it's, you know, you see a lot, the flowers would represent the bohemian and my Czech background. Right. You know, then you see lots of the Madonna's images and, you know, the British flags. That's my life in London.
Right. What about the colors? You like black a lot. I have noticed that.
I love, you know, when I was living in London, I was all gothic and platforms and crosses and I don't know, it just stuck with me.
Yeah. What about other colors? Do you like, because I see that you like the hot pink?
Yeah, I do a lot of colors.
Right,
I mean,
green. We have green with the models. We have black. We have like.
You know, I don't follow any trend. You know, whatever I just like at that point, I work with it.
What about fashion designers, people that you look up to? What kind of?
You know, my most favorite was Alexander McQueen, unfortunately, and. You know, I love Jean-Paul Gaultier and...
Jean-Paul Gaultier. Oh, man, those big names out there.
Yeah, I mean, those
But baby girl, I'm telling you now, Katerina, I would talk about this on the phone. We have very private conversations because you're a good friend and very talented woman. And you said, Sissy, there's so much work into this and so much love and so much passion and devotion. And I'm just hoping when we talk, you and me on the phone, I can really feel you. The people, you know, you're making a statement, and like I said, you never stop working. And I found you very inspiring. Your family should be very proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm hoping they're watching. I'm saying hi to our friends in England. Maria, I thought about you right now, and I'm sending my love to you and Darren. You're always watching us from England, and people in Argentina, France. We got about everybody watching us everywhere, and we're gonna be heading to the models in 1 minute. If we can, I just want to keep talking, but it doesn't stop. I know, Fran, you can just go back to your seat, baby. I still love you to the end of my days. But basically, Katerina, we are going to go to the models.
Okay, great.
And then I'm going to get myself out there and shake my bunny. Okay? I'm going to go to my sunglasses because why? I'm going to tell you why. I like to deliver some sense of fashion here. We're talking about fashion. We're going to give you fashion. Okay, so I guess, Frank, that whenever you're ready, like I said before, just play the music and let's see if we can be ready for the first model. What's your name again, the first model? Olga. All the way from where, Olga? Russian? Oh, you're so Russian. Dobrovicha. Oh, I want to learn Russian. You don't even know how much I would love to learn it. Be able to read Chekhov in Russian and Tolstoy and Dostoevsky. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, let's play the music if we can. There you go. And you're still with me. I don't want you with me, Gloria. There you go.